So last week I featured Kristie Wolfe's incredible potato home, which was made out of an actual replica of a giant potato and located in Boise, Idaho. And this week we're going to check out another one of Kristie's incredible builds. This house is her most popular Airbnb to date and has serious Middle-earth vibes. That's right, we're going to take a tour of a hobbit hole. But first, I'd like to thank Nomad Internet for sponsoring this video. Nomad is the only truly unlimited internet you can use in rural areas and while on the road. Stay connected wherever you are without any extra fees. To find out more, check out the link in the description.
Hi, I'm Kristie Wolfe and I build unique experiences for adventurous couples, and today I'm going to show you my Hobbit house. When I was younger, I grew up very modestly. We didn't have a lot of money and I wanted to have houses in different locations. You know, I'm gonna have a beach house and a loft in New York and yada, yada, yada. I really wanted to build a tree house, and I decided Hawaii would be perfect, even though I had not been there. Off the success of it, I was able to finance my second one, which is a hobbit hole. And then my third one is a fire lookout up in the panhandle of Idaho. And then my fourth one is the Big Idaho Potato Hotel. The Hobbit hole came to be because when my mom and I were working on the treehouse, balancing, teetering on lots of ladders, and she hates being up on a ladder. And so I kept telling her, don't worry, the next one's going to be in the ground. It'll be fine. And so I started looking for land that had this hilly landscape. My property overlooks the river there and the lake and then lots of orchards and stuff, and it was just perfect. The Hobbit house was really challenging to build because it was in the ground, and where I'm used to doing everything myself, I had to hire an excavator to come in and dig out the side of the mountain. It was a really difficult one to do because there was a lot of unknowns. There wasn't a lot online that fit into my budget about building underground. So there was a lot of things to just figure out. The Hobbit house, I believe, is 288 square feet, which I think is my biggest property, yet it feels the smallest. That's what Hobbits are all about, is these cozy little spaces. I just love when I have real, true Hobbit fans that come and they just say it was perfect and they really felt like they were able to be a Hobbit for a couple days, and it makes me so, so happy. When you come up this winding mountain road, you'll park at the base of the mountain and you can see the Hobbit hole kind of tucked in up the hill. And there's a windy path up the mountain. It's only like 1/10 of a mile, but it's pretty steep and it definitely gets your heart pumping. But it walks you through all these wildflowers. It's really beautiful. There's little steps and things up the path. And then you come to the Hobbit house. We got this little garden yard, some chairs, rocking chairs to hang out in the yard. There's lots of flowers, window boxes, things like that. And then we have the iconic door, which is made from a cable spool, so it's really inexpensive. This one is about 5 foot, maybe a couple inches over 5 foot. So you enter into the bedroom, and I put the bed right here so that you can lay in bed, have this door open, and see this crazy cool view. And the bed, I got these just wood panels. I didn't know what I was going to use for them. They're just these wood rectangles that I got at a used store, and on one side it has this flower engraved into it. The bed is all built with plywood and trimmed out with engraved wood to give it that craftsman sort of touch to it. And then also when you're laying in bed, you can look out and see the view, or you're looking at our fireplace. My cousin Dan is a mason, and him and his son came up and helped with this. And I thought we were going to be able to use real rock. Turns out that's insanely heavy, and you have to put in a different support system underneath if you're going to use real stone. It's kind of in this swirly pattern to kind of just give it more of that fairy tale vibe. And then I took just a slab of log and made our chess table there with a little seating area. And the chess pieces, there's a little box that people can remove them and use it more as like a table for eating or whatever craft you want to do, or you can actually play chess. And then on the wall, I have a water barrel, and so we have drinking water there. And then we have this craftsman table that was built with this beam, and I added a lot of wood whittling tools there, and we leave a block of wood that guests can carve out. Then it's just outfitted with this really cool antique swinging stool that I found. I took an old antique wood toolbox and filled that with all the coffee and hot cocoa and tea fixings there. And so that just lives underneath. If you go around the bed, through the door, there's the bathroom. The first thing that I bought for the Hobbit hole was this wood bowl that I knew was going to be the bathroom sink. And so I kind of went from there and designed the rest of the space. This isn't the original tub that I had in there, but then I happened to find this wood jacuzzi, and it wasn't quite the right size. I had to trim it out, but it would fit in this cove, and it just worked out so well. And so that sits there underneath the porthole window, and it's a great little soaker tub. My goal is to have spaces that are super cool, that people can disconnect and then reconnect. When you're surrounded by the suburbs of beige boxes, it just feels so stifling to me. So I just really like weird stuff, and the ability to build those, with your own two hands is very satisfying. I plan on doing this for as long as it's fun. Right now, it's super fulfilling, and I intend to keep building.
Thanks for watching this week's tour. If you haven't already, check out a tour of Kristie's incredible potato house, also featured on this channel, and I will see you soon with another video tour.